Have you ever stepped into the room you prayed to get into? You finally got that promotion, finally got the opportunity, finally stepped into the moment that you asked God for, and then instantly felt like you didn't belong? Not because anyone rejected you, not because the room wasn't ready for you, but because a quiet voice whispered, "You're not enough. You're not ready. You're not them." I've been there. I remember walking into a room full of smart people, confident people, people that look like they were born for the moment. And even though I had earned my seat, even though I belonged there, my self-image was still stuck at the version of me who dreamed of the seat, not the version of me that was sitting in it. And here's the truth that I had to come to, and you're gonna have to come to as well. You will never behave in a way that is inconsistent with your programming. You can pray for bigger opportunities, yes, but you will always shrink back to the size of your identity. And the thing is, it's not because you're incapable, but because your mind will self-sabotage anything that your self-image doesn't agree with. Today, we're gonna talk about the grasshopper mentality, because some of the most gifted, worthy, called people are living way below the life that they could be living, not because of a lack of skill, but because of a small self-image. In the book of Numbers, Moses sends 12 men to scout out the promised land. It was a land God already gave them, a land that was prepared. So they go out excited, they go to scout the land, they're energized, but they come back deflated, and they say this statement: "We were like grasshoppers in our own sight." Wait. Hold up. So you weren't like grasshoppers in the enemy's eyes? No, we weren't. You weren't like grasshoppers in God's eyes? No, we weren't. You were like grasshoppers in your own eyes? Yes, sir, boss, that's what we're saying. And as I read the story, it came to me that they weren't defeated by giants, they were defeated by their identity. Because you'll never act consistently with a belief that you do not hold about yourself. And there's someone watching me that has opportunity, that has favor, that has talent and potential. But if your self-image is small, your behavior will shrink to match it. Every one of us has been programmed by something. For you, maybe it's childhood. For someone else, maybe it's culture or past traumas. Maybe it's past mistakes, words spoken over you. Maybe it's the overall environment that you grew up in. And the problem that presents itself is now, as we move forward throughout the course of our lives, is we will never act like someone who we do not believe ourselves to be. So how does this look in the day-to-day? Well, if you don't believe that you're worthy of love, you'll push others away. If you don't believe you're capable, you'll avoid the very opportunities that you prayed for. And we end up telling ourselves that it's the circumstance that has presented itself. But the circumstance isn't the real fight. The real battle is with the identity that you've been rehearsing for years. You don't live out your potential, you live out your programming. And a person who believes that they are worthy, they show up differently. They carry themselves differently. They learn differently. They speak differently because they refuse to shrink. And most people don't lack talent. Most people lack self-permission. Their minds keep repeating, stay small, play safe, don't be too much, don't draw attention to yourself. Who do you think you are? And what's crazy is we obey that voice not because we want to, but because a limited identity can only produce limited action. In a circus, a full-grown elephant, I'm talking about a big boy, strong enough to uproot trees, is tied to a wooden stake. Why doesn't it break free? Because when it was young, they chained it to a pole. It pulled, it struggled, it fought, but no matter how hard it tried, it couldn't break free. And eventually, it gave in and stopped trying. Not because it lost its strength, but because it lost its belief. So now, as a massive, powerful adult, it stays stuck by limitation that no longer exists. And so the question that I have to throw on the table is, which is the prison? Is the chain the prison, or is the programming the prison? And some of you are the same way. You're not stuck because of circumstance. You're stuck because of the story. And in fact, when you break down that word circumstance, the first part of that word, circum, has to do with a circle. The second part has to do with standing. And so a circumstance is when you stand still and allow things to surround you from every angle. But all you have to do to change your circumstance is move out of the circle. Another thing that we have to talk about is the simple thought that your identity wasn't built by facts, it was built by repetition. If you rehearse insecurity, you become it. If you rehearse the thought that you're not enough, your brain will filter the world to prove that it's true. And the only way to rise higher in life is to reprogram that identity. This is why self-talk matters. It's why affirmations matter. It is the importance of your inner dialogue. Because you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your programming. So how do we begin to break the grasshopper mentality? Number one, identify the programming. Ask yourself, what belief makes me shrink? Where did it come from? Who told you that you weren't enough? You can't beat what you won't name. Step two is to challenge the story. They said, we are as grasshoppers. The right question was, according to who? Fear? According to insecurity? According to your imagination? Most limitations aren't real, they're inherited, rehearsed, and even assumed. Step three is to act against the lie. Identity changes one action at a time. You don't wait for confidence, you build confidence by behaving like that future version of you right now. Courage first, confidence second. So I have to pause and ask you, how do you see yourself? If the Israelites saw themselves how God saw them, the story would have gone differently. And if no one has ever told you, let me be the first, you're not a grasshopper. You're not small, you're not behind, you're not unqualified. You're chosen, capable, and becoming. And truth is, you don't need the world to believe in you. You need to believe in you. And I know you've got a long way to go, but every once in a while, you gotta look back at how far you've come. A man went to the gym every day for months and never looked in the mirror. Side note, couldn't be me. Listen, call it vain if you want. You think I'm gonna go every day and never see the progress? Please, I'm gonna look and celebrate that dub. All right, but someone asked him, hey, you go to the gym every day, but you never take a moment to stop and look. Your definition in your arms building, your face is slimming up, your energy is higher. Why don't you ever take a moment to look in the mirror? The man responded, well, the truth is I hate mirrors. Every time I look, I still see who I used to be. His body changed, his life changed, even his discipline changed, but his identity didn't. And some of you are living as the old version of yourself when the new version of you has already arrived. You've done all this work and won't even look in the mirror. It's time to stop avoiding the mirror and time to begin seeing yourself clearly. And I've made this video to tell you, your life isn't limited by your ability. It's limited by your identity. It's limited by the way you see yourself. The grasshopper mentality's got you trapped. But the moment you stop seeing yourself as small, everything changes. So ask yourself, what identity have I outgrown? What belief am I done carrying? What version of me is stepping into now? Then don't just leave a comment, but take action. Take the type of action that the future you would take. Make the call, apply for the opportunity, walk into the room. I heard someone say, I don't know who it was, but it's good. Start walking into rooms as if God sent you. Don't shrink, but step into that moment. You've done the work to get there. Now let's start owning the moments on the path to our destiny. If you enjoyed this video, I want you to drop in the comments, I'm done shrinking. Growth doesn't start with new goals. Growth starts with a new self-image. You are not small, you are not stuck, and you are not a grasshopper. And you know what? That felt so good, I think I'm gonna do a part 2. Join us on the next episode as we talk about how to rewire your self-image for good. And always remember that growth is a journey. It's not a destination. I'm in it with you. I'll see you on the next one.